Hey, it's your boy the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again off the late night, straight right for your base pipe. XLM, there are several things that we need to happen. Let's get right into it. Now we're looking at the monthly of XLM. I'm gonna talk about the chart, then we're gonna look at some news and some other things. We need to break above this trend line, okay, or this triangle pattern for us to, move into a bull run and into a totally different pattern. Okay. Now, if we can't break above this, we could have some issues here. Now, one thing to point out with these triangle patterns, these lines aren't law, right? Like the pattern can be, a lot higher up, and it can also be slightly lower like this, right? So one thing that people should learn, I did an entire video on it. These lines aren't, the exact point, right? But as we can see on the line that I've had here previously, let me take this one away. You can see it touched it, came back down, right? But we need to break above it, and we need to generate a new high so that this level right here can become a form of support. Okay. Now, once we are above this, hopefully, we head to our price target, and we have a bull run up like this, and we make these new highs. And then we go into another triangle pattern or a different pattern that sets up for the next bull run. Now with XLM, right? So just checking out CoinMarketCap, if it will ever load, let me refresh it. There are several things I want to point out. Now, obviously, the market cap is down 7.16%, and we are up as far as volume, 33.3% just changed over the past 24 hours out of 144,000 votes. 86% of people are bullish. And you know what's crazy to me? I was actually looking over a couple meme coins. People are more interested in meme coins than they are utility tokens. It could be education. It could be, the amount of money that they can make off of them. But I think that XLM is definitely something that is here to stay and something that could possibly be investable. I hate calling cryptocurrencies investable because the majority of them are shit. All right. Now, one thing that I want to point out. Stellar price eyes bullish breakout as golden cross approaches. Now, one thing that I love about Fibonacci and market patterns is we see these things before they happen. Now, when they say a golden cross, they are referring to a cross like this that signifies a bottom followed by a move up, right? So in this article, basically what they're talking about is the golden cross. These two EMAs, which there's nothing wrong with EMAs, crossing, signaling a bull, a leg up. Okay. And the reason why I love these patterns is because we can see these things before they happen, and we can actually, take a great position before everybody else. If you've been here for a while with XLM, we caught a lot of these moves a while ago. Okay. You can go back to my old videos and see we caught a lot of these moves at the bottom a long time ago. And again, I'm not hating on EMAs, right? Moving averages, whatever floats your boat. If it works for you, if you're able to extract profit, more power to you. Okay. Now, one other thing that I want to point out as far as Stellar. Now, Stellar advances mobile finance and tokenization in key markets. This article was put out 2 days ago. USDC usage on Stellar jumped 45% in Q2 2025, driven by African fintech and regulated remittance firm integrations. Project Arcadia uses Stellar to issue tokenized municipal bonds for U.S. cities backed by Franklin Templeton for efficiency. All right, that's great news. Stellar has expanded mobile money transfers across East Africa through a new agreement with NTN Group. Users in Uganda, Kenya, and Nigeria can directly convert local currency to Stellar's XLM token via their mobile networks. This integration aims to simplify cross-border transactions and reduce costs for users frequently sending money. The use of USDC coin on the Stellar network grew substantially last quarter. Circle, the issue of USDC, reported a 45% increase in USDC activity on Stellar during Q2 2025. Adoption by African financial technology companies and partnerships with licensed remittance providers primarily drove this growth. Stellar maintains a position as a practical network for stablecoin settlement in specific cost-sensitive payment routes. A new project named Arcadia has launched on Stellar, focusing on tokenized municipal bonds. This effort issues crypto tokens representing debt instruments for medium-sized cities in the United States. Asset manager Franklin Templeton supports the project. Arcadia selected Stellar for its rapid transaction confirmation times and low operational expenses. Okay, and they go on talking about this. Now, that is great. Things are really heating up on the continent of Africa. They are becoming larger and larger and larger players in this financial game. I think that at some point, Africa will be a very large superpower as a whole, right? And that's a good thing, right? You know, it pours more money into the markets. You have people that normally don't have access to certain technologies being able to get access. They're able to make money. They're able to do, you know, to contribute to what we already have going on in Western societies, right? It's a great thing. And hopefully, you know, XLM becomes the big dog over there, similar to how XRP, you know, with these cross-border payments is becoming the big dog over here. Okay. Now, hopefully that this continues, you know, with the volume that pours in, you know, and the more use and the more adoption of XLM, this will assist us with breaking above it. Again, I like XRP. I like XLM. Obviously, I like Bitcoin. There are a few others that I like. I normally, like I say on this channel, I don't get married to any cryptocurrency because a lot of them are redundant. XRP and XLM are technically a very similar technology, whether people like to admit it or not. Which one is bigger? Obviously XRP, but that doesn't mean that XLM is off the table. We have to give them time. They've been out a while also, okay? And XLM is the 12th largest cryptocurrency, right? So we got to tip our hat off to what they've done and how far they've come and how they've been able to stay relevant, whether people are paying attention or not, okay? But we're paying attention. Now, looking at Google Trends, we're starting to see that the popularity is starting to decrease, okay? Meaning people aren't searching it as much. So we could see a slight, you know, pullback for the rest of the month. Hopefully the next candle, the next monthly candle, we're able to hit it, right? So that's one of the reasons why you see this pull down, right? From, you know, this, I guess, a high that we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, we haven't been this high in the past 6 months. All right. So now you're starting to see this pullback, and this pullback matches with the decrease in people searching it over time. So what that tells me is there are other opportunities for entries that are coming up. Now we'll see what happens in August 1st, when the August candle appears. But this is definitely something to pay attention to. Hopefully we have a pull down right here and then we shoot back up with more interest, right? These cryptocurrencies normally don't become popular until they reach between the 75 and 100. And that is when the whales, they move in, people get dunked on, they become liquidity for the smart people, okay? But again, I appreciate you all tapping in. Shout out to everybody that rocks with XLM. Let's pay attention. Let's keep our eye on it. And either way, we're going to get this money. I promise you, together. But again, the one, never the two, the only Crypto Goon. I appreciate you all tapping in. Shout out to all my goons. Crypto Goon out.